Okay, back. Sorry about that. Where was I? Okay, I think it was not the last video I did, the one before that. It got cut off. I didn't realize it got cut off. I ran out of memory. Is what happens on the phone because this thing just doesn't hold a lot, right? And so I went back and I saw where it got cut off, and where I got cut off was actually pretty important. As a matter of fact, it's one of the most important things that I know when if you're going to be a spiritual guide for somebody, right? I was talking about when you are that energy, when you are experiencing the energy of what love is within you, okay? When you are what that is, and that is the vibrational speed that you're experiencing because that energy is just so high, okay? You're in a timeless state, right? You're not aware of the past. You're certainly not aware of the future, okay? And you are certainly not in any fear, okay? You are experiencing the higher speed, which is an enormous amount of electrical power, okay? And that quanta, which represents that love that you're experiencing, is so high. It's like being high on a natural drug. You're high on the cosmos, is what it is. You're high on what love is. And love is just a frequency, you know, between 5 and 600 million hertz per second. That's simply a wave that is oscillating up and down. But it's oscillating at a very high rate of speed. And I've certainly felt speeds that are far, far, far higher than that. Are you kidding? Go walk up as close as you can, but I don't recommend it, okay? Unless you know what the hell you're doing. Like being native spirit to the planet, you know you can detect where you want to be and where it's safe to be so that you're not going to be sucking down what are basically what in Hawaii is called pele hair, which is very fine, like hair follicles of glass, okay? And you don't want to get those into your lungs, okay, obviously. And, of course, sulfur dioxide. So you have to be very careful. I tried to get as close as I could to her. You know, I wanted to jump in so that my spirit could embrace her, give her so much love back, right? But when you're experiencing that higher energy, it's like, God, it's like, man, I could hang around here forever experiencing this energy, okay? It's like another addiction, okay? Except this is the natural living energy upon which life comes about. So, again, that's another circle of reference, isn't it? You know, I notice, for example, a lot of times, even with album covers, okay, you take the old 33 RPM, what are known as vinyl records, right, that run on 33 RPM. So you have a circle, okay, of light in which the sound, okay, that is going around in a circle on a vinyl disc, and they use a diamond needle, okay? You hear it out of an amplifier, okay? And you dance to that. But they put it inside of a square, okay? The circle inside of the square. They love their cubes, okay? Even though there is a cube, because I can draw one, okay? Like a hypercube. What is a hypercube? A tesseract. You're going into hyperspace. So, to be honest with you, I don't really and never have thought of dimensions. Okay, that's like reverse engineering. Okay, it means you got to stop and then think about what it is that you just got done created and how did you do it geometrically. Okay, it's like, how long ago did I learn that stuff? What am I having to do? Go back into memory or pull it out of the unified field of all information in which it's held in order to pull it back up and then say, oh, that's right, there's geometry. How long ago did I learn that shit? Because when I'm in my normal state, I'm running on no memory. You're in a timeless state. See? You're not running on any memory. Remember? There is no future. There isn't anything held in memory in a slower speed. You're beyond that. You want to run at the highest possible speed because you love the highest energy. You love to run hot. Okay? Remember your fuel tank, your furnace, your soul. How much fire you got in your soul, right? For the birth giver of creation, for creation energy. It's got to burn the hottest. Why? Protect itself. But it doesn't think about protecting itself. It just naturally does. Because it burns so hot that nothing can feed on it. No parasites can feed on anything that hot. Are you kidding me? Jesus. That's why we burn up all their stuff that they throw at us. That's the only way I would have maintained myself to this point in time. Okay? When you're in a toxic environment as a result of what they did here, and you got to keep sucking it in and kicking it back out again, it's a challenge. Okay? It is. So you got to know what you're doing. Okay, to be able to keep your energy or your vibrational, your spirit up everywhere you go, you got to maintain your identity, your core frequency identity, okay, which is source, man. Okay, wherever I am, source is. That's love and living spirit, the most powerful energy there is to experience. So you're always wanting to be with the most powerful energy, which is the most powerful spirit there is to experience. And when you're wanting to learn through that, those are your teachers. That's obvious. You want to learn through the most powerful energy there is. How'd you get to be so powerful? How'd you learn how to be able to burn that hot? My God, how long have you been around? I want to know everything you know. It's sort of like, remember I talked about the pool player when I was a kid? I loved to play. You know, you just got so much energy, you want to do everything. And you want to master everything that you're engaging your state of consciousness in, right? Okay? Because you're learning at such a high rate of speed. So if you want to learn from the girl on the planet at the rate of speed that she does what she does so that you can learn as fast as you can through her, you want to be in alignment with her. Right? Okay? That's a speed alignment, a waveform alignment in a bidirectional mirror. Now you're with her. Now you're with her motherboard, okay? Instead of all their junk. So it's just like playing pool. My mother could not stand me to go down to the local pool hall, which was in Tucson, California, because they were smoking in there and they had a bar there. But because they had pool tables there, they allowed children or teenagers to come in there and play pool for certain hours. So I wanted to go down there because I wanted to get better. I love to play pool. Okay, it's fun. Okay. And it's sort of, pool actually shows you how the universe works. It's a great teaching tool in that respect. But here, this is like anything else that we learn from. Okay, so imagine you're in there and you're at a certain level of skill. So you want to get better, right? So you see guys that are racking balls up at 125 at a time before he zeroes out, right? Ooh, he missed one. He missed a pocket. Okay, hey, that's 126 balls. How'd you do that? I want to be able to put 126 balls in. Stick around, watch, learn. I'll show you how to do it. That's what happens. Before you know it, you're playing him and you're beating him. That's how you get better. Hey, I want to play Minnesota Fats. One of the best pool players there ever was. Then go play Minnesota Fats. You play him enough, and guess what? You'll get as good as he will. Because your state of consciousness, which is connected to his, you're going to begin to learn what is essentially knowledge transfer, which is energy transfer, which is data transfer. You're going to learn how to run all that the same way that he does. The next thing you know is you're copying essentially the same things that he does in order to put the ball in the pocket exactly the same way he does. Now you're getting as good. Now you're getting better. So what I do is I translate that as student-teacher, the same way that I transfer student-teacher in this classroom with a goddess. Okay, you want to get better? You want to move at the highest speed? You want to get at the highest density constant you possibly can? Then you got to learn through the right teachers and the best teachers that'll show you how to do that. So this is how you pick your teachers in the cosmos. Because you're on a learning journey. Who do you want to learn from? I want to cut right to the chase. Okay, I don't want to have to go through their schools and learn nothing. Okay, that she can't show me in a matter of minutes. Right? That's why the Big Island of Hawaii, there's a lot of different places that I visited on this planet that are great teaching classrooms, just in small areas. Show you how the cosmos works. The Big Island's one of them. Anywhere there's a volcano is one of the easiest places to show children how it works. But anytime that you're in nature, you can do that. That's pretty simple. But nature is the teacher. So that's what they do. They pervert it. Okay? And self-indulge. So, you know, when you have a being, a state of consciousness that doesn't have any love, any compassion, any empathy for life, you know, it doesn't take a genius to figure out where that thing ends up. Okay? In the recycle bin. It's painful for me to even know that. Because now we have to give... Who invented the reptilian? Something that doesn't have any love? Are you kidding me? Really? That means they don't get to experience what we do. That's painful. That's one of the reasons I chose to take on as a spiritual guide one time a girl that I know, based on her own bloodline, that it was going to be a very difficult challenge. Because even though I know you can go back in time and undo what was done, like I mentioned in a previous video, when you're dealing with a girl who's got multiple personalities, who's still taking drugs and drinking alcohol, and wants spiritual help on how to be able to get back to some sort of peace of mind, how do you do that with somebody like that? Okay? I can't change you, girl. You're the one that's got to change, not me. Okay? I got everything I need through her. She's whose energy I'm using to experience what it is that I am being with her. So the only best I can do is that it's like any teacher, you know, I'll provide some skills, some things you can begin to think about, some things that you can do yourself, but I can't do them for you. Only you can do them. But what'll happen is if you means test them just to see if they work, then you'll know, because the experience will be the teacher. Then you're going to realize, wow, he was right. That's because I experienced it, okay? So I know if I experienced it, it works for me. It may not work for you. I got no idea. The only way you're ever going to know that is to try it. Okay? But I certainly know how a magnet works. I know how light works. I know how love works. Okay? You'll just keep attracting more of what you are, which is more energy. And you're going to begin to go, wow, this energy feels good. Okay? But there are beings in the cosmos that do not like our energy. Okay? And one of them happens to be a reptile. Why is that? Because it's more powerful than them. They can't vibrate at that speed. Are you kidding me? They live in fear of that energy. Why do you think they do what they do to us? Remember I mentioned one time they don't want to hurt us. Okay? Why would they want to hurt somebody that's not going to do them any harm? For the very reason that we represent the energy that we do. We're forever beings. They're not. So that means they can feed on our light forever as long as we're here and we're in alignment with them, which is called perceptive bandwidth, which means get us to be running a slower vibration at the vibrational speed in which they are, and they can continue to feed on us and use us as a source of food. So the only way they can do that is what? Holding us captive. Put us in cages. Okay? Put us in a box. And then convince us that we can't do without them. Now we're back to obey the master, which is obey the abuser, which is obey the reptile. I'm a mammal, not a reptile. This is a mammal avatar. I am living spirit. Okay? So the spirit leaves the body. But the mammal brain gives you a lot of benefits. Obviously. High creativity, the higher functionality of a mammal, a neo brain. Okay? So when the powerful neurotransmitters that are in the heart are feeling an enormous amount of infinite love, which is infinite creative imagination, that's going to power the circuits up to the neurotransmitters in both sides of your hemispheres. Now you're running a full-blown mammal brain. They can't keep up with that thing. Anything they create, we can uncreate, but they can't create anything. That's why they, how do I put this? They exploit us. And one of the ways they exploit us is lying, cheating, deceiving, okay? To get us to go along. That's why, those are the carnival barkers. Hey, come on over here. Look what I got. That's how they get your kids. You want a candy cane? Oh, sweetness. Let's go to an acidic state of mind. You think a child's learned about sugar yet? Oh, man. Watch their teeth all rot out. You want to be more magnetic. Keep paying the dentist. Keep drinking the Coke. You know? It's sad. It's painful. You know, so the reptiles got to do everything that they possibly can to make money off you and maintain the pain and suffering circuit, which means keep sucking the energy off the pain and suffering, which essentially is draining your battery, which is sucking all the guana. So they feed off the mammal like crazy. So they know there's a separation going on, and they know that it's accelerating. That's why they're throwing an absolute fit, and they're coming up with more fear porn like crazy, okay? It's gotten almost to the point where I'm about ready to chuck this phone and any communication that I got with anything that's on the internet right now, okay? Because we realize why they're doing it, okay? They're panicked. They're panicked. They know they're going to lose us. Sorry. We're moving on. Yeah, you know, there is a timeline. It's called a DNA timeline. The events are sequenced. They're sequenced to a clock that exists within the university system. And you know, I didn't make this up. It's a pass or fail grade, which means love and service to others. You learned how to be a lighthouse. Good for you. Good job. That's a passing grade. We need more light workers, okay? We don't need more parasites. So if you didn't learn how attracting more light works by becoming a more powerful magnetic light amplifier through your heart's neurotransmitters and the fire you got in your soul, flows through all the circuits, man, to power the equipment that you got to live in love and service to others, to attract more light, to feel more love, and be a powerhouse where you can push that energy through the morphogenetic field structure wherever you go. People will experience a smile on your face, how happy you are. They want that energy. Okay? And I know how that works. I've seen, as I've mentioned in other videos, watch smiles on faces just walking by people. You know? And you realize the blessing of the energy that you have that you run on. It's a gift. That's why love is a gift. You give it to yourself, and you're giving it away to others because you don't even have to think about it. It's a natural state of being. And when you've arrived at that point, that's your freedom. Okay? And it's why it's, from a teacher's perspective in a classroom, when you realize why this classroom was set up, and I experience, you know, all the things that I experienced, particularly here and all the different places I've been, with so many people that are in just a lower state of vibration. It's painful. Okay, I don't want to experience it, but I need to experience it. Okay, because I know that I'm bringing the light in there the best I possibly can. What I'm also aware of is that there are other powers that be that have a schedule to keep in the cosmos. Okay, I don't run the time clock in the galactic sense of things in this galaxy. Okay, the cosmos has a natural order of things in which things take place. Okay, and when you recognize how that works and you're a part of what that is, you naturally move on with it. Okay, it's a flow. You know, remember the old saying, go with the flow? Remember? So anyway, that's my last video for the day. If I've got anything important that needs to be said because she communicates it to me, or I get a spirit that communicates something to me, I will put it up. Anyway, I love you all. Have a beautiful day. I hope that you have a great and beautiful weekend. Thank you very much for being here, all of you, okay? There's a reason why we're all here together at this moment in time, okay? Try and remember that because the best is yet to come. And I know that it's going to be a bumpy ride, But I know that everything is already going to be just fine because I've already been on the other side of this. Okay? I knew that when I was 5 years old. Future proves past. Okay? So take care of yourselves. Be good to yourselves. I love you all.